The scheming woman, relying on the fact that she was pregnant with the young master's child, strutted in with an air of superiority, marching straight up to her future mother-in-law to claim her territory, naively believing that with the baby in her belly, she could marry into wealth and transform into a high society lady overnight. She had already prepared a prenuptial agreement in advance, demanding a betrothal gift of 1.88 million, 3 sets of gold jewelry, and an additional 880,000 in cash. On top of that, she brazenly asked for 3 luxury villas under her mother-in-law's name, worth a total of 90 million. She even arrogantly declared that the wedding must be held in the most extravagant manner possible to match her status. But that wasn't even the most outrageous part. She went as far as ordering her future sister-in-law to move out immediately, then announced to everyone that from now on, she would take full control of the family's finances. She even set a rule that both her mother-in-law and her husband would each receive only $20 a month for living expenses. Her sister-in-law was livid after reading the absurd conditions, but the scheming woman simply smirked, completely dismissing her presence. She even mocked her, saying that as a soon-to-be married outsider, she had no right to meddle in her family affairs. Just as the sister-in-law was about to explode in anger, her mother calmly raised a hand to stop her and simply said she could help with the down payment for the houses, but the rest was up to her. The scheming woman's expression changed instantly. She flatly refused, claiming that since she was pregnant, she couldn't possibly work. Besides, she was carrying the heir of a wealthy family. If they didn't give her enough benefits, she wouldn't marry into the family at all. Faced with her threats, the mother-in-law merely forced a smile, saying she needed time to think about it. But the scheming woman wouldn't give her a chance. She immediately started counting down, demanding an answer on the spot, or else she would get rid of the baby. Her sister-in-law worried that their mother would give in, but the mother-in-law simply gestured for her to stay calm. Then she turned to the scheming woman and told her to go home and rest, assuring her that on the day of the wedding, she would fulfill all of her demands. Hearing this, the scheming woman instantly beamed with delight, convinced that she had her future mother-in-law completely under control. To make sure, she lowered her guard completely. The mother-in-law even took her to a high-end bridal boutique for shopping, and right in front of her, she lavishly swiped 30 million for the wedding arrangements. The scheming woman had never seen such wealth before. She was instantly blinded by money, completely immersed in her fantasy of becoming a wealthy lady, unaware that every step her mother-in-law took was a carefully laid trap to expose her true greedy nature once and for all. The mother-in-law deliberately encouraged her to invite all her relatives from the countryside, and even made a grand promise in front of everyone that on the wedding day, she would cover all expenses for the relatives. She even generously handed her an unlimited black card, telling her to take them out for a shopping spree. The next day, the scheming woman arrived in full glory, bringing an entire village of relatives along with her, eager to show off her soon-to-be luxurious life. Yet she never expected that waiting for her was a perfectly orchestrated performance by her mother-in-law.